Hi guys, I'm Darryl, and this next topic we're going to dub essential athletics. And what we're going to be talking about in this little section is the different oils and different products that we can use in our athletic or fitness pursuits. Basically, who this would be for, it would be former athletes looking to get back into fitness, people who are new to fitness, that are trying to just pursue some new goals. I mean, it is January after all, and we have some New Year's resolutions going around out there. It's going to be for fitness enthusiasts. Those people that like to go do Spartan races, Tough Mudders, competitive amateur athletes, people that like to go do half marathons, CrossFit competitions, or triathletes, and anybody who just generally competes in any kind of sport at any level, from youth all the way up to even professional athletes can benefit from these products. And with all these products that I have up here, I kind of have them separated into different types of products, and there's a bit of a hierarchy with these products, and that's kind of what we're going to go into right now, is which products can be used for health and wellness, for recovery and adaptation to working out and training, and then which ones can be used to actually increase your performance when you are training or when you're competing. And if you look, I have a little diagram right here, and the diagram on the left shows how we want to do it. And the base of this pyramid, what everything else rests on, is your overall health and wellness. And again, that's just living that healthy lifestyle, using certain oils here to help with that health and wellness and just maintain a healthy body. On top of that is going to be your recovery, and that's the next best thing that you're going to really want to pursue, making sure we're getting adequate sleep, making sure that after we do work out, we're using those oils and those supplements that help us recover and, more importantly, adapt to that training so we can come back the next day and be better, either be more fit or performing better. And on top of that is performance. Performance rests on everything else. And I don't want you guys to think about performance necessarily as just athletic performance, but any fitness goal you're trying to achieve. And whether that be losing weight, if you have a goal to go run a mile in under 10 minutes, anything it might be, whatever those New Year's resolutions are, that's where performance lies. And I have a comparison over here on the right. This diagram, unfortunately, is all too often how we will do things, and we'll put performance as the basis for everything. And when I say that, like, oftentimes when we're competing in athletics or when we have those New Year's resolutions, we have a wedding coming up, we have anything coming up where we want to look good, or we do a crash diet, or we have a competition coming up, more often than not, our performance takes precedence over anything else. We're going to work out harder. We're going to possibly forego sleep so we can get up early and get an extra workout in. I mean, I know I'm more guilty of that than anybody, of sneaking in a workout and getting up early thinking training is the most important thing rather than recovering. And more often than not, we put our overall health at the lowest priority. And a lot of times we'll do these crash diets or train too hard at the sacrifice of our overall health. Problem with that is you may achieve a short-term goal, but as far as long-term, this is not sustainable. This may be good for 8 weeks. Do a crash diet for 8 weeks. Train hard for 8 weeks. You have those 30-day, 60-day, 90-day diets and training programs out there. And then when people ask me what I think of those, I always ask, what do you do on day 91? This is kind of what happens when you do those types of things. It's not sustainable. So that's kind of what we're going to go into right now. And that's why, because these are the basis for everything else, we're going to spend a lot of time on health and wellness and recovery, because that ultimately is what would be the most important and the most sustainable way to become more fit or perform better. So just going into it, we're going to start off with some of our products and oils for health and wellness. And the two big ones right off the bat are ones we've probably all heard of. We have our Thieves and our Ninja Red. And of course, Thieves we use, again, I would always recommend using Thieves when you need it. If you're at greater risk to be exposed to something that's going to make you sick, I work in an ER, I'm probably going to be using Thieves a little bit more than people who don't work in an ER, because I'm typically exposed to a lot of people that have the flu and stuff like that. And of course, your Ninja Red, this is an everyday use type product. This is something that has a lot of antioxidants, provides you with a lot of natural energy, and it's just great, when you're taking this, it's just great for your overall body. You're not pumping your body full of coffee, you're not pumping your body full of synthetic caffeine and stuff like that to get through the day. And the great part about when this gives you your natural energy is there's no jittery feeling when you are getting it, and there's no crash after it wears off. It's just that sustained energy throughout the day, which I think we would all like. So then that way You drink, so that way you don't have that feeling if you drink your coffee in the morning and then by 10 a.m. you're ready for a nap because the coffee wore off and you crashed. All right? And some of these other products now, these are just for general health and wellness, your Thieves and your Ninja Red. But we also have some products over here. You have your Agiles, your BLM, and your Sulfurzyme. Now, these are great for those of us that are, again, fitness enthusiasts, getting back into working out, and those of us that just train hard. This is great for maintaining joint health because as you start to see, and it's not even an aging population. I will even say when I was 22, my knees hurt, my hips hurt, everything hurt because I was lifting heavy very often, and my body kind of paid the price. Like I said, I put performance over health, and these are great because it's going to promote joint health. It's not going to mask any pain. It's not going to mask an injury that's there. So if you hurt something, it's not going to make you think it's not there. It's going to promote joint health. And the great thing about Agiles and BLM is what's contained in these products. They contain collagen. They contain turmeric, which are natural products. Turmeric is great as an anti-inflammatory. Collagen has been shown now it's providing your body, when your body's provided with that collagen, your body can actually synthesize more of those protein cells and actually help repair connective tissue, which is what's found in your joints. Your Sulfurzyme actually is one of the things that's very good for, again, anti-inflammatory, but one thing it really does a good job of is one of the products in here, MSM. If you want to see the full name of that, you can look it up. It's very hard to say. MSM basically helps kind of equalize water, like the water volume and pressure with inside cells. And basically what it's going to do is it's great for people that have bursitis, arthritis, any kind of tendonitis, right? Itis, if there's itis on the end of it, it means there's inflammation. So again, this is great for people that have those inflamed joints that need to bring that down a little bit. And I don't want you people to be confused also about inflammation, because inflammation is part of the recovery and adaptation process. So a healthy amount of inflammation is a good thing, because that's how your body is going to heal and recover and adapt to exercise. But when you wake up in the morning and you have inflammation to the point that your joints are in pain or your joints can barely move, that is an unhealthy amount of inflammation that becomes counterproductive. And that's really what we're trying to work against with these products, with your Agiles, your BLM, and your Sulfurzyme. And just speaking from personal experience, using these products, again, my knees and hips feel a lot better now at 32 than they did at 22. Okay? And let me just make sure right here. Yep. So those are basically just a few of the products that you can use for maintenance, for health maintenance. And again, there are many, many products that you can use for maintaining health. These are just kind of fitness specific. And again, there's more products you can go into, but these are just some of the ones, some of the big ones that I would always recommend people to use on a constant daily basis. So now we're going to get into the recovery aspect of training. And a lot of times when we talk about recovery, we talk about being, that's kind of where we stop. As far as, all right, I worked out, I recovered from the workout. That's awesome. We want to be able to adapt to that as well. And that's where a lot of this, so it's recovery and adaptation really. And that's where these oils come in, because these oils, again, they don't mask pain and mask soreness. They help your body heal from it. And once you heal, you recover, you adapt, you're now more fit, you're closer to achieving your goals. And the first one I'm going to get into right off the bat is stress away, which may seem a little weird to kind of go into something about stress, but again, very few of us are professional athletes out there. I don't think any of us really fall into that top, 0.25% in the world that get paid to play a sport or to work out. So we have other obligations throughout the day. We have jobs, we have kids, we have bills and mortgages and things that really wear on us. The thing about your body is it doesn't know the difference between emotional and mental stress and physical stress. Your body just responds to stress. So when your body's stressed, a lot of times we have a hard time sleeping, have a hard time, how many of us, I'm sure we can all raise our hands and say, you lay in bed and you're thinking about all the things you need to do the next day. You could be spending that time sleeping, recovering from everything you did that day, to include your exercise. Great thing about stress away is you diffuse it at night, and it really helps bring that sense of calm over you, and really helps you kind of get to sleep. And it can be used in conjunction with another recovery oil that I like to talk about, which is lavender right here. And when you use these two, it's very good just at helping you get to sleep. Lavender, one of the properties of it, that the reason why I'm bringing it up now, is it has a bit of a sedative property. It helps you get to sleep, helps you get into that deep sleep. And that's one of the best ways for your body to recover from any kind of stress going on throughout the day, whether it be mental, physical, emotional. And that's one of the ultimate things that we can all do better to recover from everything, is just, if we did nothing else, sleep more, sleep better. Right? And then we have a couple other oils over here. A big one, we have our Panaway, Deep Relief, Cool Azul. These are the ones that you're going to use. You're going to put on those sore, achy muscles. Those muscles that, again, a little bit of muscle soreness isn't bad, but when you wake up in the morning, again, you're so sore you can barely move. Again, we're not all professional athletes, so it's not like we can go just stretch out for an hour before we do whatever. We've got to be able to be functional throughout the day. Oils like this kind of help us. Again, they don't just mask that pain and soreness, they help fix it. And the big one that I like to talk about right here is Copaiba, though, because this one is very anti-inflammatory. It kind of helps. It's also stimulating for your cardiovascular system, for your respiratory system. This I really love using. I will come home after a workout, I'll put a few drops in my water bottle. Again, make sure it's either a glass or metal water bottle. Put it in there, drink it down, and you find that even just throughout the day, after you're done working out, your body feels better. It's not like your body all of a sudden cools off, your joints lock up. Instead, you're able to move around throughout the day. You feel better after you're done exercising. You don't feel beat up. And again, those are basically some more recovery oils. Again, we also have our Ortho Sport right here. This can be great. It can be used as a carrier oil for anything, for your Panaway, Cool Azul, any oil that you might use on a sore muscle or joint. You can always use it. Put a squirt of Ortho Sport in your hand, put a few drops in your hand, rub it around, put it on that sore area, and you're going to feel a lot better. So again, that's going to bring us into performance. And like I said, we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on performance, because ultimately we want to spend most of our time taking care of the base, taking care of everything that a performance rests on top of. But when we get into performance, and we do get into that, on those days when you have that big race, you've been training for 12 weeks, it's time for you to run your half marathon or your 10K, whatever the case may be. You got your triathlon coming up. This is the day when you can start using some of these other products. All right, first off the bat, we have energy. This one right here, you can always rub it on your neck, rub it on your feet. Again, gives you that sustained little bit of energy burst without the jitters. And again, in any type of fitness or athletic pursuit, I always recommend, or I always like to use, from personal experience, have really benefited from using both Breathe Again and RC. And these oils are really good just because it really helps open up those airways. You can take that deeper breath, you get that air in. First of all, if you get in more air, it's more oxygen for your muscles, the better you perform. It's also one of those things too, if you are doing a 5K or a 10K or anything like that, or doing a CrossFit competition, and you're kind of pushing yourself outside your comfort zone, the better you can breathe, the less you panic, and the better you perform. And again, the other couple things that I like to talk from experience from are Ninja Zing, Ninja Nitro. And we're going to go over these very quickly. Again, these have natural caffeine, all right, and just natural sources of B vitamins that give you a good energy boost. And in my last minute here, I'm just going to give you a quick little recipe here for what I like to call a Ninja Bomb. And I can speak from experience, these Ninja Bombs, awesome. I wouldn't recommend doing them all the time, but on that big race day, gives you a great source of energy, but not too much energy that you're jittery. So you're going to take a full can of Ninja Zing, mix in Ninja Nitro and your 2 ounces of Ninja Red, mix it all together, drink that about 30 minutes before your competition or your race, and it gives you a great source of sustainable energy without the jitters, and it's going to, I think you'll really see a good benefit in your performance. And again, this is just a fraction of the different oils you can use for health and wellness, for your recovery, for your performance. There is a long list of oils that we haven't even had a chance to get to, but I hope this is very beneficial, and I hope it helps you out.